Hey, you guys. How you doing? Sunday, June 1st, 2025. Oh, yeah, baby. Halfway through the year already. Okay. Entertainment purposes only. Let's get business out of the way. Don't forget Thursday, every Thursday, Friday night alive, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Political and spiritual questions. Also, members only live will be this coming Friday, June 6th. If you'd like to be a member, it's $1.99 a month. Just click on the join button underneath the video. If you can't see a join button, that's okay. Go to the description box also below the video. Click on more. Scroll a little bit, and you'll find a link to click on to get to a join button. Okay. That's once a month, by the way, for the first Friday of every month. Once a month. All right. And thank you so much to everyone who bought something from our Etsy shop. You help support me in ways you can't even imagine. Okay? The link for that shop is also down at the bottom now. Our 15% off sale is done. However, the $5 I removed from the prices to cover shipping is still active, and it's going to stay that way. So shipping is included in your price. It should be. Well, it is kind of, because I took off $5 for every item. Okay? So anywho. All right, so I talked to the spirit guides this morning. It was very weird. It's very strange. I had to stop and ask them to please spell English words. You know, if they didn't mind. So they did have a message. And I did ask questions. And I didn't write down the questions, and they answered the questions in my head. I think that's clairaudient. I have to look that up. I'm not sure if clairaudient is actually hearing it, because that happens too, but not as often as always on the right side of my head. Okay. Be sad. Read. But. Up USA. Ash. Okay, so what they're saying is feel your feelings. Be sad. Stay informed. Read. But. Up the USA. Up the energy of the USA. So that the current situation falls to the ground like ash. Okay? It would be a good visual. So, if you didn't sign up for the Zoom room, I think we're done taking people for the Zoom room for today. We'll have another. Zoom room is where we exercise our freedom of speech. It will not be posted. Okay, I'm not posting it because we're going to exercise our freedom of speech. It can be difficult to do that on the tube of the U. And for those of you who aren't finding a like button, that is the boob tube too. Okay? I forgot I was going to start calling it the boob tube. Okay? They don't want us saying what we had to say. Apparently they don't like money because the more viewers I get because of the interactions. Okay, so if you leave me a thumbs up, thank you. If you leave me a thumbs down, thank you. If you leave me a nasty comment, thank you. If you leave me a wonderful comment, thank you. Or a concerns comment, thank you. All of that puts me on the algorithm a little bit more. Okay? It's all good. Any interaction. I don't understand why people give me a thumbs down. It's you know, what is your point? I'm not seeing it unless I look, and I don't really look. I looked a couple of weeks ago and it's like, whatever. Thank you for helping my algorithm. Appreciate that. But we do want to get the word out as much as possible. Really. That's really what this is about. All right, so be sad, read, but up USA, Ash. They wanted the Rainbow Tarot today. You can get any deck that I have on Etsy, just or anywhere. Just put it in your search engine, your favorite search engine. Okay, so let's just read to read. See what's going on there. Okay, they have two: death, rebirth, transformation. I'll bring you down. Whoop. There you go. Okay. And they have the Five of Swords. Five of Swords is arguing, fighting. And I don't feel that, well, I mean, we are arguing with ourselves, that's for sure. But I think that people in the political arena are arguing with themselves as well, and they're arguing with each other. We've said, we readers have said, it will fall apart from the inside. It will implode. Five of Pentacles, feeling left out in the cold. That is generally what that means. Let me take a good look at this card here. Okay, right. So when something happens, it feels awful enough, that's when change really happens. When we feel like we're left out in the cold, that's when we are more able to make a decision for change. Okay? It's human. We are moving beyond that. Instead of, hey, oh wow, that really sucked, I don't want to do that again, we're discovering that we can say, oh my goodness, that felt really good, let's do that and that again. Okay, so we're moving towards not needing contrast anymore. Because right now it's, we know what we want because we know what we don't want. All right, King of Cups. Okay, that is emotion and creativity. Finding different ways. Sorry about that. Finding different ways of fighting and arguing. Feeling left out in the cold, trying to find different ways to come back up on top, creative ways to rise back up to the top. Four of Wands. This is generally happy home, happy family. Okay, but the decisions that are being struggled with right now affect home and family. The Hanged Man, they're unable to move forward. And part of this is that big BS bill, by the way. Because it did, remember, it didn't, and this is where we're looking for the positives, it did not, it was a very, very slim passing through the house. Very slim. Six of Swords. All right, there's 6 different aspects of this person here. That's a lot of truth coming out. This is 6 different aspects of one person. Somebody looking at themselves, really looking within. We have the Nine of Cups. This is a wish granted. We have the Phoenix rising from the ashes. Spirit team did use the word ash. So some decisions are going to be made in our favor. Two of Swords, having to take the blindfold off and make a decision one way or the other. Having to look at the truth. Swords are about truth and clarity and strength. They are also protective. Two of Pentacles, that is trying to find a balance. Okay, this is the reality. Some things in that bill are going to be passed, and some of them are going to suck. But there's, okay, but this is where we keep faith, right? Not hope. No hope. Faith. Faith that things are going to get turned around. Faith that the rightful person will be put in the Oval Office, okay? Faith. And some things are going to pass in that bill. But you know, if you watch Darren Monroe Politics, he tells you right out that if it's going to harm thousands or millions of people, hundreds of thousands, that it's a judiciary decision whether that certain things are blocked or allowed to pass through. What's that? Different aspects. Six of Swords. This is some of them, many of them, asking themselves, do I really want to be responsible for the literal unaliving of men, women, and children? Because that is what's going to happen. So here we have the Ten of Wands. That's a heavy load. It's a lot to bear. So I'm going to say also that this is a lot of things. I didn't realize this was going to be about the big BS bill, by the way. Apparently it is. So the Ten of Wands is about a heavy load, right? So this gentleman is going to lighten his load by walking through, taking a new approach, walking through a gateway, walking into a new way of thinking. Thank you, Spirit Team. All right. So this is where many things are going to be changed in that bill. Many things. Some will be detrimental to people. Some will. I'm just being honest. And I don't like it any more than you do. I mean, I have certain services too, and I'm not afraid, but because my Spirit Team tells me you're going to be all right no matter what. You know, they just told me we're just not going to let you get sick. So we'll see who it affects. Is this justice? Well, there it is, you guys. There you have it. Justice. Justice being served. Okay? Great. Let's get an affirmation for a badass. And a reminder for those of you who are coming to the Zoom room tonight, the only word that is off limits is F-bombs. Okay? You can hyphenate it. You just don't use the word outright, okay? Please. I'm trying to have a little class here. All right. What is the affirmation for us badasses today? Once you fall in love with yourself, their game is over. Self-love, you guys. An important piece of moving through this more quickly. Okay. That's that. I'll see you guys later. I got one more video to make, okay? Probably not going to be posted. That one's probably not going to be posted until around 8:30. I'm going to try and do it then. We'll see how much time I have. All right, you guys. Much love, many blessings. See you in the funny papers.